Hello. Hello and good morning. Oh, I gotta let the dogs in. Shit. Be right back. I didn't forget. All right. Receiving can be simple, he says. Okay. Hi, Mino. Is it your birthday? What is that? Bing Bong Love? What the fuck is a Bing Bong Love? This badge was earned by turning to a peak stream for 15 minutes from February 13th to the 28th. Mino earned a Bing Bong Love. What the fuck is going on? All right, we're getting into it. I'm multitasking again, chat. I think I take out the AirPods. There's a game called Peak, and it's kind of Peak with friends. Oh, nice. AirPods are coming out. This needs to be turned down. I didn't even know it was that loud. Jesus. AirPods. AirPods are out. Here we go. I guess I should shout her out because I'm utilizing her hip mobility program this morning. This is some random account I found on Instagram looking up hip mobility exercises. Carla.vz_. She's got yoga blocks and she's got all these cool movements. And I'm gonna do all of them. So, we are starting with this. Does she have... Okay, yeah. Your phone crashes into an isolated mountain. You have to find a way to escape by reaching the peak of the mountain and call for help there. Sounds stressful. All I know is I'll never play that other fucking game you recommended. That was terrible, bro. No, it was actually not that bad. It was working my brain, and you had to, like, remember every single tiny little thing of, like, what was that called again? You know what I'm talking about, Mino. They come out and shoot, and then the trees try to kill you. The one I did on stream recently. That was crazy. But it was kind of fun. Trees hate you. Yeah, they do. Trees hate you. Yeah, not in real life. They love us. They give us oxygen. They're great. But in that game, those trees were fucking menaces. Straight saboteurs. Just dropping on your head and shit. This is fun. Did she say do 100 of these? I didn't count. I think she said do 100. Yeah, because you do the hip. Oh, I missed it. Rotations 100 times every day. You will relieve the tension in your hips. Okay. Well, let's keep going then. Bop. 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 And 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 bop. Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Strong hips. Loose hips. Loose and strong. Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Yoga can be addictive. Good stuff. I think I'm getting addicted to it. Now, I'm not going to call it an addiction. I'm going to call it a habit because that's exactly what it is. This is not escapism. This is realism. This is spiritualism. This is health, mobility, function, life, clarity of mind. And it doesn't take away the benefits of tantric self-love. I spoke upon this a little bit yesterday. But if you were to completely not do these mobility exercises and choose pleasurable experiences consistently, consecutively, It's not good. It will add up. It will cause too much internal stimulation. Too much inner tension, inflammation, lack of mobility, which causes chaotic thoughts. Chaotic is not violent. Chaotic is not organized. When your thoughts are cluttered, you can't construct and be an efficient stoic as much as you can be when you release all that tension and regain composure over your thoughts, your emotional intelligence, your reactions, and actions. That's how it becomes a habit. Yeah, I don't like to call it an addiction. An addiction is a chemically imbalanced brain or a substance that causes your brain to crave it and need it even. I mean, need is a strong word. I don't like need. There could be people going through withdrawals where they actually do need certain things, though. That's why they ease people off. I know a lot about this shit. But there are times where quitting cold turkey can be beneficial too. If you know your body, you're putting healthy, nutritious meals into it, you're getting out, you're moving, you're getting your steps in, getting out in nature, doing your hip mobility workouts, getting your strength training in. It all adds up. But watch your words. You know, you don't want to say that you need something that you don't actually need. Otherwise, you can become dependent and reliable upon it. And you may think that's helping you, but it's not. Our needs is oxygen, water, food, shelter, sleep, and I'm going to throw in God. I'm not addicted to cannabis, and I proved that my whole career. But I still utilize it, and some people still refer to it as a drug when it's been medicinally cleared by millions. And fuck it, same with CeeLo. Yet some people are so stuck in a fixed, shallow mindset because they've never tried certain medicines and they're so stuck with big pharma. I need this chemical pill substance, this pill that was clearly created to treat symptoms and create more side effects. Another massive Ponzi scheme to profit off your pain, to profit off your discomfort, to never try to get to the root of the cause. All doctors are not evil. All doctors are not greedy. But if your doctor is not suggesting a more healthy nutrition plan, if your doctor is not suggesting movement, nature, stretching, drinking alkaline water, cutting out substances, cutting out endless consumerism, if your doctor's not asking you about your daily routine and they simply want to give you a pill because of your mind or stiffness or certain pain has accumulated in your body, your doctor doesn't care about you. Your doctor wants to make money off you or your insurance company. Real healers know that healing happens slowly, internally, consciously. But you could turn to the placebo effect and endless escapism and numb yourself away for the rest of your fucking life. If that's what makes you happy, why not? Pop a fucking Vicodin every day of your life. You will lose your compassion, you will lose your empathy, you will lose your vulnerability, you will lose your range of motion. You will not be flexible. You may think you're flexible, but every time you bend over, how does your mind feel? Every single time you bend over, if you don't do exercises like this, how does your mind feel? How does that feel creeping up your spine? I know. You don't have to tell me. I already know. Why do I do what I do? Because I want to see a planet. I want to see a human species with real emotional intelligence, letting go of the constant comparisons, letting go of the fucking racism, sexism, all of the fugazi bullshit nonsense that the government has implemented in your brain to believe. Maslow says there are 5 needs as well. Did he list the same 5? Because I'm pretty sure I got them right. Food, water, oxygen, shelter, and I think I said God. I could be forgetting one. But those 5 sound perfect to me right there. Did I say sleep? Food, water, shelter, sleep, oxygen, and God. I say 6. Atheists say 5. I say 6. Food, shelter, water, oxygen, sleep, and God. Maslow's hierarchy of needs include 5 levels of human needs. Physiological, basic survival needs like food and water, safety, security, protection, love and belonging, social relationship, esteem, self-respect and recognition, self-actualization, realizing personal potential. Yep. These are all necessary, but not actual human needs. If you want to prosper and have longevity of life, we can get deeper and there'll be like 20 needs. But these are all intertwined with other aspects. I think I've done 100 of these. I already feel better in my hips. That's crazy. This one's great. All right. That's going to wrap it up for that one. I still got some coffee here. I did read that you shouldn't drink coffee on an empty stomach. And this morning, I don't care. And you can say that's bad, but I still don't care. I feel great about this decision. I've got chicken air frying. I've got rice prepped. I like a little fasted mobility session in the morning with a little new chocolatey, smooth, smoky, dark roast coffee. Delicious. All right, what else you got for me here? We got the yoga block coming out, and she's laying on her back with her feet together, swaying the knees back and forth. This one says, because you do the recycling butterflies pose 100 times a day, you will no longer have tension in your hips and lower back. Oh, this is going to loosen up my lower back perfectly. Chat. Shout out to Carla. You guys got to give this one a try. Let's drop the cam so we can get the whole exercise in. Feet together on this one. I'm going to slide a little bit forward so I don't hit these bars. And then you're going to lay back, keep your hands on your side, sprawled out, and you're going to drop those knees to the floor, alternating back and forth. Good. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. We'll leave it at that. I heard that coffee will make you need to poop. You heard right. But I don't need to poop yet. So what will happen when you consume it on an empty stomach? Ooh. Well, it's not making me have to poop right now. And I wouldn't say, well, yeah, my stomach may be empty, but that doesn't mean intestines and the prostate is not completely empty. Because, you know, you're still digesting and processing all the nutrients from the day prior. We had meals last night after training and mobility session. So I'm sure I'll have to take a shit after this. But yeah, coffee is a natural diuretic, it's called. Diuretics get your bowels moving, gets your digestive system, intestines working faster. It's pretty much a natural laxative. But don't run on caffeine like Dunkin's slogan. America runs on Dunkin'. No. You can use the caffeine stimulant as a pick-me-up, a booster, but don't run on caffeine. Otherwise, you are an addict. It's literally a drug. You need to run on passion. You need to run on soul power. That's how we beat them. Not with physical force, but with soul force. We have learned that we are inextricably bound. All of us. "1963 was not just an end. It was a beginning. There's people on this planet that have seen things they can't unsee. The police brutality, the corruption, the tyranny, the racism, the slaughtering. It's more than wrong. "2026 is just the beginning. We take back sovereignty over our minds and lives. Look at this. Boom. 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 I never drank coffee until I got a farm in Costa Rica. Now I'm addicted, or habit." Well, that is one thing you could call an addiction because it is a stimulant. If you're overusing it, you could be addicted to it. But that doesn't mean you should still call yourself it. Otherwise, you could become too reliant upon it. Or indulge in it too often. "1963 was the year Martin Luther King gave his speech to stand up for freedom. Well, I know myself personally and many, many others that I know are fed up. No more listening to the propaganda. No more being influenced by the division, distractions, and the conquering tactics. We're taking back our lives. I'm gonna check on this chicken. I think it's done air frying. I don't know if it needs more time or not. Do I have a thermometer down here? The digital one broke. Shit. Where's my meat thermometer? I had one that wasn't digital. Fuck, I guess we could do the cut in half eye test. That always works. Oh, here it is. Nice. I'm gonna rinse it off. Better to be safe with fucking germs than sorry and sick. That's actually a good one. Better to be safe with germs than sorry and sick. All right, what temp are you? 130. Really? Oh, these are thick breasts. I think they need some more time. 140, it needs to be up to like 165. We're gonna give it another 14 minutes. Then I'll cut it in half and give it a check. Is this water filled? Negative. Coconut water here. Okay, I did those. Now, side. We got this leg out. Was she up on her knee? Oh, yeah. This like this. And then I'm going to go bop. All right. Next one. Because you do the abductor side stretch, you will loosen tight inner thighs and improve flexibility. All right. Let's do it. She's got one out here. Knee is on this. Up and down. Yep. Up and down. Oh, that's epic. I like that. Chicken beeped. I'm gonna go cut it in half after this set. Should be good. Hungry hiccups are coming in. Chicken breast, asparagus, and muesli is gonna be my breakfast. You know, it's 9 a.m. We got the whole fucking day. I think I might make time to actually go see that movie today. I've been wanting to see it. I'm putting it off though, but try to invite somebody. They're always busy. You gotta just do things on your own. I've been good at that. And people misunderstand you. But a lot of times when I ask or invite somebody, the response is always this: I'm working. Do you know how many times I have invited somebody somewhere, training, movie, hike, fucking beach, dinner, lunch, whatever? I'm working. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be, but you also have to find peace and self-respect to go do things on your own. It's not lonely. People will try to convince you you're lonely, but you're not. If you're fucking whole and you love yourself, you've worked on yourself, you don't need to be surrounded with fake people. You don't need to be surrounded with people who don't understand you, who don't want what's best for you, who don't encourage you, who judge you, look down on you, talk behind your back. Why would you not want to be alone if you're surrounded with miserable people? You have to choose your circle very, very cautiously. Let's check the chicken, guys. Mino says there was a time when you somehow ended up with hiccups every stream. I remember that. The hungry, hungry hiccups. What did I have on this plate? Grab a fresh one. All right, Mr. Chicken Breast, how you looking? Should we cut you in front of the chat? It's one of them. They're thick. They're thick, so they needed some extra time. Hopefully that middle isn't pink. Oh, it's perfect. Chat, you literally can't get any more perfect than that. It's wet, moist, and no pink. Oh, fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, one of these breasts is gonna go right in here. Well, actually, like 1.5. These things are massive. I'm not gonna eat a full one right now. But I am gonna snack on this chunk while I'm finishing. With a little barbecue sauce. Oh no, fuck. Okay, that sucks. Shit happens though. One of the coconut waters fell off the fridge door and just exploded. But we're gonna grab a towel and just wipe it up. It is that simple. Look. A little white and orange striped towel. And that problem never existed. I don't even remember it happening. That's life. You could scream about it. You could complain to God about it. You know, you could get all upset. And what the fuck is that gonna do for you? Absolutely nothing. All you do is ignore and outwork. You ignore and outwork. When you're persevering, when you're getting to a new level in your life, it will upset the demons or entities or whatever you want to call them inside people who are choosing comfortability, stagnancy, and a constant pleasurable life. So you need to ignore and outwork. All right, Clara, what's next? We did those. We did those. And now she's got, oh my God, what the fuck is this? This one looks complicated. I like it. And it's the last one. Okay, so back leg is like this. Or it's more near her butt. So it's like this. She's crossing it over. So it goes here. Let me take a bite of this chicken first. Appetite's like, bro, you need some protein in you. Sweet Baby Ray's for the win. Thank you, Lord, for this meal. Thank you for this day. Thank you for a clear conscience. Thank you for pure consciousness. Thank you for giving me a spiritual awakening, putting me through an apocalypse last year. God, thank you for everything. Thank you for courage. Thank you for bravery. Thank you for consistency. Thank you for my faith. And more than that, thank you for showing me and making me know. God, thank you for this meal. Thank you for this day. Thank you for everything. In Jesus' name I pray and give utter gratitude and appreciation and thanks. Amen. Stop. Oh my God, this looks fucking complicated. Bop. Bop. Did I do it right? One more time, hold on. Wait, she's starting back here. I got it right. Here we go. You go a little bit this way. I have more fucking space here. Doing it inside a power rack maybe isn't the best, but it's working. Yeah, I don't care about the sound alerts right now. I didn't hear it though. They might not be active or something. But I didn't hear it. Might need to sign back into sound alerts or something. Oh, you may not have heard it though, because I was in the other room when he did it. It plays through the speaker, I think. It plays through the speaker, so you guys would pick up on this mic. But if it popped up on the screen, that means they are active. I had them turned up all to a reasonable level though. So I'm pretty sure it was just because I wasn't near the speaker. Those are fucking brutal. Up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go through that set again. Don't put your elbow on your leg. Ooh, fuck. Oost. we go. Right side up. God. I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating. Those are real deal. Chat, how's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully well. Aigle de fer. Nice. Mm-hmm. Awakening is what happens when you realize you have a God-shaped void in your soul that no man, money, nor materialism can fill. It's when you start to see the system is designed to keep you distracted by the outer world so you don't awaken to the power of your inner one. It's when you step off the treadmill of social approval and break free from the cult of culture. It's when you stop idolizing your own ego and practicing the gospel of self-gratification, but awaken instead to the incorruptible logos of love that is calling you to leave the lies behind and remember that you have been divinely planted to fulfill a spiritual purpose while you're here. Amen. Corzin, welcome in, bro. Mino, I'm doing all right. Unwinding. It's raining here, so it's extra chill. Oh, I love going out and sitting in the rain. I love it. It's the most peaceful, relaxing feeling to me. Hey, dude, what's up? Creatine, where did you go last night? Me? Or who? I went right here. I don't know what you mean. Or maybe you're talking to me now. Yo, what's up, Corzin? What's good, I mean? Enjoy your meal. Thank you. I'm just eating a chicken breast right now. We're going to get some muesli and asparagus in also. With some whole milk. Creatine says, evening? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Chat. I'm going to take another bite of this. Armino says, evening? It's definitely morning here. 9 a.m. Creatine says, I was so tired last night. I missed a meal for the first time in 4 months. Oh no. Was pissed. So drinking 2 weight gainer shakes today and adding a meal. Let's go. I fell asleep watching TV. I never do that. Happens, bro. But don't allow it to happen too frequently. And be cautious about what you watch on TV even. It all matters. Also, don't binge today just because you missed one meal. You can add calories, but consuming too much in one sitting isn't going to benefit us. Strategically portioning your meals throughout the day is essential. He says, I want to go sit down, and I laid back and my legs were still on the ground until woke an hour later. Wow. Man, I hope I don't feel it in the gym. We'll start doing the shit like I was doing. Do your mobility exercises before you go to the gym. Bro, it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. Warm up. Get shit loose. Get prepared. I know you focus more on powerlifting movements, but you're going to even proceed and excel more in powerlifting if all your tendons, ligaments, joints, and cartilage are properly lubricated. If all that inflammation and tension is relieved from your body, you're going to be able to attack the weights better. You're going to get stronger. Chicken. Corzin says, I'm eating cream of rice and some fruits to get my energy as high as I can for my pull session. I'm also enjoying my coffee. Cheers, brother. Creatine says, even though I'm going to the public gym, I warm up for like 30 to 40 minutes before I go. Brilliant. Very wise of you. Great job, bro. He says, I actually don't work out without hardcore warm-ups. Fantastic. You're smart. You probably learned the hard way in the past. We all have. But we train more efficiently when we warm up properly and we put proper nutrients into our body. He says, I always warm up well and be loose before I work out. The only times I've had tweaks if I skipped my warm-ups or rushed them. Yeah, real. So I never ever will do it again. Smart. I'm lucky I didn't get fully injured, but I definitely tweaked stuff. We've all been there, brother. We've all been there. That's why we got to teach the younger generations how to contain their fucking egos. We need to teach the younger generation about soul power. Not merely physical power. Soul force is so much more dominant than brute force. Water breaks through rock with its persistence. Its natural flowing state. Cold coffee, I gotta heat it up. Like the one time my work changed my shift to morning, so I didn't warm up. My back cracked on a deadlift, and I was hurting for like a week. Bro. Those bastards. Don't blame your work, though, for changing the shift. Blame you for not taking 10, 20 minutes before going in to still do some mobility work. We have to be able to adapt to things that are out of our control. That is our responsibility. And when we hand away our power, when we say, this didn't happen because of this didn't happen because of them, you're giving your power away to them. You live and you learn, and it seems like you've done that. And I'm proud of you, bro. Keep it up. He says, if it was on a heavier weight, I probably would have been injured for like 3 months. Jesus. And another time I didn't warm up, did well in my workout, so I was like, I can get away with it. Few non-warm-ups, which I did. But like on the 4th time I did that, almost injured. Jeez. Took me out for a week again. Yeah. Yeah. When you've lifted such extreme loads as we have, when you have felt this, I'm going to say it, this sense of immortal strength. Any powerlifter, maybe bodybuilder athletes, we've gotten to this power, this frequency mentally, where we know we're not, but there is this sense of immortal power, energy, that we feel like we can bear any load. In those moments especially, we need to proceed with caution. It doesn't mean avoid risks. It doesn't mean don't push past limitations or break plateaus, but it means have absolute control over ego and don't lift to impress you, or don't lift to impress anyone else. Lift for the goals that you seek, and do it in a way where you can keep your flexibility, mobility, and cognitive function. I'm gonna heat this coffee up. Are you going to do other session later? Yeah, most certainly. I don't know if I'll do it here though. I've been going to local gyms utilizing the hydro massage bed, the armchair, the stair stepper at Planet Fitness. I have a 50-pound or 40-pound, 40 or 50-pound weighted vest, and then 10-pound ankle weights that I wear while doing the stair stepper. And I'll skip a stair to get that lower glute engaged more. And I'm even reading a book while doing this. And I'm not preaching and praising multitasking. But there are certain scenarios where I do believe it's not only okay, it's actually more beneficial if you have the capability to do so and still obtain the knowledge, which I've realized I think I obtain it more when I'm moving. As crazy as that sounds, it's real. Like, I find myself walking and reading. And doing the stair stepper, I'm drenching with the weighted vest, the ankle weights. I'm just leaving puddles. I clean up myself after, but I'm sitting there reading. I read a whole chapter, and I realized I obtained every single paragraph. I obtained every single word. You just have to have control over your mind, to not let others pull it, to derail you, worry about the future too much, or regret the past too much. It's right now that matters. Yeah, I never want to be that mad at myself again. So again, never going to skip warm-ups. Smart. And I warm up now until I feel like I'm all loose. Good. I just don't copy people's moves and wonder when. Also, if I don't warm up well before I exercise, I feel way too stiff after. Here's the thing. With exercises, it's not copying. You're learning. Like, I know all these exercises, but I'm still learning from other people. And that's okay. You can be refreshed by another fitness influencer who knows what the fuck they're doing. That's mimicking certain attributes from those of whom you admire. For you to be a copycat, you're going to go live their life. You're going to go talk like them. You're going to dress like them. You're going to do their entire training regimen exactly the way it is. No. But you should, not only can, you should seek mentors. You should seek people, not that you idolize, it's a big difference, but that you admire. And learn. Yum. Well, I use the warm-up moves typically used. You can tell when your body's ready, good. Rather than just doing leg swings and winging it. I've done that. Leg swings are great though. Leg swings will open you right up. But there's a lot of other intricate yoga, dynamic, active movements that are necessary rather than just swinging your legs. They hate us because they ain't us. The haters will hate you because they ain't you. That is how it works. Corson says, do you think instrumental music is more beneficial when you get to train? No. Nope. I think it completely depends on the individual. Completely depends on the person. What works for them best. More importantly, how they channel it. How they transmute what they're listening to into productivity. I've had some of the greatest sessions to motivational screaming speeches, but I've also had amazing sessions to peaceful classical music or dolphin sounds, chakra balancing, ocean sounds, like, or even in silence. You don't need background noise. Once in a while it can help, but you don't need it. It's what lies within. It's how bad you want it. It always comes back to that. We do earplug sessions often. Also, I'm bringing mouth tape to the gym now. You can imagine what that's going to do when people look at you and you can't talk back. Imagine the looks I'm going to be getting. I can show you my bag. They're all stocked up in there. Mouth tape from now on in public. And some people could think it's disrespectful, but I literally can't respond to you now. It's not ego. It's self-respect. If you're going to the fucking gym to train, it's not jaw day. It's not jaw day. It's fucking not. You're going to train. So when you see me with my mouth tape on now in Planet Fitness, that is a clear sign. Do not fucking communicate with me, because I won't be able to respond. And if you think I'm going to take off my mouth tape and waste money to fuck up the adhesive and have to put on another one to speak with you, it's not going to happen. It will not happen. Yo, good morning, Panelito. Bach Moskin. I'm not a trucker, though. I don't accept that. I don't accept your trucker tuck. Trucker tuck has no significance. No symbolism behind it. No good meaning. Other than people mistaking my fucking name throughout my whole life and streams. Calling me trucker because they can't read. They put an imaginary R before the U. Corson says, you've got to give the Batman soundtrack a try, believe me. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, though, today, so probably not. But I'll give it a check. I've heard it before. We're just trying not to get copyright banned. So... Nope. I will not be accepted with Trucker. That's that. I set clear boundaries. Tucker, Travanitis, Greek God. I don't care if anyone likes it. These are my aliases. Travis. Only a couple people allowed to call me TJ. But Trucker, negative Ghost Riders. You don't even know what shifted in me, chat. I woke up feeling like a different man again. My thoughts are completely still. My thoughts are calm. My nervous system at ease. Completely calm. The truest sense of euphoria that you can imagine. God is good. Last bite. Going to a couple frogs while I'm eating this. Last bite. Most men have strength but lack mobility, joint control, and breath awareness. Yoga fills that gap. Many men are taught to push through stress, but yoga teaches regulation instead of suppression. Strength and self-awareness can coexist. If softness or emotional awareness feels weak, that's work in progress, not conclusion. Yoga creates space for men to show up without competition, and that alone is powerful. Men dominate many strength-focused spaces. Why not also show up in spaces that cultivate awareness? Yoga forces you to confront your patterns, your impatience, your ego, your avoidance. That's self-development, not just exercise. The world doesn't need harder men, it needs more conscious ones. That's going to wrap it up for today. Or this morning, at least. We're going to go get in our muesli and asparagus. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in this morning. I pray you all have a majestic, blessed, peaceful, productive day. God bless. Be well. And I will see you next time. Namaste. Thank you, Panelito. Blessings, brother. I love you, chat.